So, I went to go see a top surgeon finally. So, I drove 2 hours one way and 2 hours back. Well, I was told before I went there by the surgeon's receptionist that they would work with my insurance because of the type of insurance I had. They didn't normally take it, but they would work with me, and they were sure that they would work with me and I'd be able to get top surgery. So, I took them up on it, and it seemed to be closer than Chicago, because Chicago's a 4-hour drive, and a big mess in the big city, driving around trying to find a hotel there, parking, and all that. So I thought I'd go a little closer to a place called Peoria, Illinois, and or Peoria, Illinois. So I get all the way there. I'm hot because my AC. I mean, it works, but it was starting like to need a recharge. It was hot as hell, like 100 degrees outside. I get all the way there, and then the top surgeon comes in the room, and he tells me, well, he's going to have to do a video. I didn't know what that was about, and did he have my consent? Because otherwise he couldn't help me if he couldn't videotape. And I'm not making this up. If he couldn't videotape my chest and the whole conversation, and that was what he did legally to keep himself safe. In other words, and I agreed to it. And I said, well, as long as you're not going to upload it to porn. And then everybody started laughing. I thought that was funny. But I was making a joke. I didn't think they'd do that or why they'd do that. I was just making a joke. So he had a nurse come in for his own protection, which for my protection too, because I have had doctors in the past. You know, when I looked female, I've had a couple doctors make passes at me and touch me the wrong way, and I knew that they did, and I had reported them in the past, but he didn't know that. Um, so yeah, I felt awkward. Anybody looking at my chest, I don't care if it's a doctor. It's a male doctor, and he's still male. So anybody looking at my breasts, that's male, it's gonna make me feel uncomfortable. Knowing I was being videotaped, and so that's what they did. So he says, open your shirt, and I open my shirt, and he measures my chest, my breasts, my man boobs, and and then I look over at the nurse, and she turned her head right away, like I don't know what that meant, like oh, I see you're looking at me, kind of thing, and kidding, they're kidding. I guess he got lonely. Uh, so yeah, the whole thing just made me feel uncomfortable. And then he does all that, and he says, "Okay, close your shirt. It's okay, close your shirt." And he does all that, and to turn around and tell me, "Well, he didn't take my insurance." That's what he said. And unfortunately, he didn't take my insurance. And then I told him, "Well, your receptionist told me that they would work with me under trans patient care." And he said, "Unfortunately, they didn't do that." And that was so unfortunate. I said, "Yeah, it is unfortunate because I didn't want to pay for the visit. Because they still wanted me to pay for the visit, even though I think he knew before he came in and started videotaping my chest and asking me every question under the sun that you can think of. You know, did I have any health problems? Well, you know, they weighed me. You know, did I smoke? Typical things. Just to turn around and say, we don't take your insurance, but we're going to charge you for the visit. And I still don't know how much the visit is because I haven't got the bill yet. But yeah, I was pretty pissed. And what are you going to do? I mean, you can yell, scream, kick things, and then call security, whatever. But, and then he says, well, why don't you go to Chicago or St. Louis? I didn't go there to hear that. And his receptionist shouldn't have told me they'd work with me. And he said, well, if we take you, we'll have to do the surgery first and then charge your insurance, and they won't pay for it. And then you're going to be stuck with a bill around $30,000. 30,000. He said because it happened to somebody else that he took. It was a woman that he took that needed a breast reduction, and he did a breast reduction on her, and she couldn't. Her insurance is the same as mine and didn't pay for it, so she was stuck with a big bill. And and I didn't want a big bill. Of course, I didn't want that. So I asked him, "Well, how much do you charge without any insurance? Out of pocket?" And he said, "Oh, around $9,000." So I just, said, "Forget it," you know, and and then I said, "Well, do you take Blue Cross?" Because anyway, I know this is all boring, but for you guys, I have Medicare. So you guys have Medicare, make sure you get a doctor that takes Medicare. I did find one in Chicago. There's probably more than one. A female that takes Medicare. They still want $3,000 plus my insurance. So, and that's not including the motel, which I'm gonna have to go there twice. I'm gonna have to go there. The first time I'm gonna have to go down there to Chicago, to get a consultation, and then I gotta stay in a motel there, and then I gotta drive back. Then I gotta drive back again for the surgery. Then stay 2 days in a motel. It sounds like a real hassle. Uh, and it's hot out, hot as hell. So I'm thinking, I might wait a few months till it cools off. I gotta make my appointment for end of October, beginning of November, and then I'll probably get my top surgery around then. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, that was kind of screwed up, to tell me over the phone, we'll work with you. I could make payments, or we're gonna. No, she also said, the first surgeon. She also said they would not only work with me, but how they would work with me would be to send a letter to my insurance and to see if they can pay for it, you know, before any charges were made to me. So if they try to bill me, they said they were going to bill me, and I haven't gotten the bill yet. It's been 3 days. If they try to charge me, I'm not going to pay for it, and I'm going to go to court. I'm going to take them to court because that was messed up to say we're going to work with you, and then the doctor coming in acting like he didn't know uh, what my insurance was, but he did because he was reading my chart. So it's not like he assessed me and then turned around and said, "Hey, I just noticed you have the type of insurance I don't take." I don't believe that. I believe that he just wanted my money, even for the visit. It said in the paperwork, when I was filling out the paperwork, that if you're even late for an appointment there, you miss an appointment or late, it's $125 fee. Like they fine you if you don't call 24 hours ahead of time, or you're late, like you're being scolded. And I know a lot of doctors' offices do that, not all. Um, I went to one doctor, it was $50 if you missed your appointment. But that's kind of messed up. Anyway, $125 is too much. And I think the appointment might have been $400 just for that doctor to say what he did. Anyway, I'm going to go. I don't think I have any changes. I usually report those at the end of the month, which is coming up. Any comments that you have, leave them down below, comments below, and I'll check in later. Peace out as always.